In this video, I'm going to give you some ideas of some other ways I use Camtasia with my students. Now, because of the cost of Camtasia not being a free program and having a limited license, I don't typically have students using or producing with Camtasia. Typically, I would have them use something like Screencast-O-Matic or Jing to create a screencast. But I'm not always recording lessons. I'm not always recording lectures. So I'm on my class website because what I did is I gave them some review activities or some extension activities that were based on things that we needed to review for the end of course assessments at the end of the school year. So instead of recording a lecture, what I did is I put together these labs. And so if they had just gone to the lab, this is what they would have seen. It's not very self-explanatory. It's a little bit cumbersome and hard to figure out. They never would have known to click on the journal to find the questions that I wanted them to do. So what I decided to do to support this is to create a podcast using Camtasia. So what I did, and I'll let this play in the background while I'm talking now, but I got on my computer, and after I put the lab together, I recorded a video showing the website and walking them through step by step of what they needed to accomplish for that day. And I used Camtasia to show where to click and to zoom in and to highlight different things that they needed to see. So this is just another way for a screen recording program to expand upon what the students are doing in the classroom. So again, I screen recorded the entire process of where to click, what links to open up, what to click on to do it. And I wouldn't have been able to do this without having Camtasia. So that's one thing that I have started to do more with this program, is to not only screen record my lectures, but to screen record or to capture lesson plans and instructions. The other thing I've done, we did a frog dissection, and with 32 kids in the classroom, it's very, very difficult sometimes to get to each of them and show them what to do for step 1, step 2, and step 3. And because the kids move at different speeds, it's hard to keep up with who is where on what day. So I did the same kind of thing. I made an instructional video on how to go through this frog dissection step by step. And all I did for this one was I hooked up a document camera and had that displaying on my computer, and then I used Camtasia to do the screen recording. So I've got my picture-in-picture up here on the top left, and all I'm doing is I'm narrating and talking through the frog. And I actually had a class there while I was talking this day. But again, Camtasia meets the need for me. So now instead of answering the same questions for 32 kids doing the same thing, I can just refer them to this video that I was able to make because of Camtasia. And I showed the proper cutting techniques and proper dissection models and tools that they needed to use and different organs that they need to look for. And so instead of doing it all in one big long video, I made a 4-part video series that they were then able to follow. And again, I used Camtasia to do this. So trying to think outside of the box with what Camtasia can do. Yeah, it's great for recording lectures and it's great for just recording a screen, but it's also very, very good for removing some of that instructional portion, especially in a science classroom. Other things I've done with it in the past is I've recorded homework questions. So in chemistry, we have some very difficult math problems that we need to go through. And so I record extra examples for that, or I'll give them a challenge problem in class and then post the solution video at the end of the day. So using Camtasia is very versatile. Think about different things that you can do, and then the animations that help you to accentuate different ideas or to show things a little bit more clearly that are very difficult to do with Jing or one of the other more simpler screen recording programs.